Rajdev they have come together to form Hidden Voices. Hidden Voices is all about helping uh, the blind or the visually impaired to just get into a world of knowledge, entertainment, and much more than we can ever expect. I heartily welcome Devi Krishna and Maitri Rajdev to this session. Just seriously voicing thoughts with me, Kriss Venugopal. Welcome, Devi.
Thanks a lot, Krish. It was lovely to be here.
Thank you for having us over here.
The pleasure is always mine. Devi, let me start with your pet name, Hitler, because the kind of quality you want to give the hearing impaired through your audiobooks is of no compromise level. So, we would like to know how the whole idea of hidden voices started, because these voices with over 4,000 people now benefited and still expanding with different languages, all of South Indian languages, and still expanding even languages which are no longer really promoted in a spoken way. We'd like to know about hidden voices from you.
Okay, let us start with this happened when I was pre-COVID, that is 2019. I was talking to somebody who is actually visually impaired. When he was 15, he lost his sight due to retinitis pigmentosa. So I was talking to him, and one of my cousin, she is in actually right now in Qatar, and she told me that there is something called reading, and why don't you try? I said, okay, fine, I'll try it out. And it was only India Today, and they were kind of monotonous reading. So I asked her, why don't we expand? But the person who was connected with that group was not that great to be with. Then I had to opt out. Then I started off reading by myself and sending it across. 2020, I couldn't take it because the books were way too much for me to handle it. And I started putting a word across, and few of my friends joined in. That's how we started the whole Hidden Voices. And the Hidden Voices name was given by Maitri. So that's how we started.
Yeah,
Basically,
let me ask Maitri, is the real name to be given to Devi Hitler only? Because she's very strict on the quality. So is that so?
Not really. I think if she wasn't as strict as she was, then we won't be able to create such quality audiobooks,
Hmm.
because the thought and perception is that if we are able to provide something for free, or we're giving something with no monetary benefit, or we are not receiving anything in return,
Hmm.
then we do not really have to put in as much as effort.
Right.
So
Devi, let me ask you on that note. There was a particular moment when your mother asked, like, you're not getting any returns from this. So how come you're working in a place where it's a total non-profit system? So how did you deal with that? Because that's some question from a mother. When it comes, it's very difficult. At least you have Maitri, who understands you, that you are not a Hitler, but a person who wants to give service. How did you handle that non-profit side to your mother?
okay. By the way, Hitler, definitely I am. Even she says if I'm not,
Yeah,
because
sans the moosh. You don't have
yeah,
that Hitler moosh.
it is. I believe in quality. Like whatever you give the best, whether it is for free or for money. And regarding my mom did definitely ask me the question that why you have to do something for free. I never believed in monetary benefits. I always believe in being a human. I need to do something for the society before I mean I can hit the grave. And I always had the dream, kind of, whatever I take from the mother earth, I'm supposed to give it back.
Hmm.
And they say when you clap you need two hands. So that's why my daughter is in here, and she really supported me. And my mom still asks me the same question, why are you doing this?
Okay, Maitri,
I
do you
really don't
help?
have.
Maitri, do you help your mother answer that question?
yes.
And how do you do that? Because at such a young age, taking the helm of affairs of such an organization which is helping people towards more of philanthropy and towards helping the humankind, people who have a challenge, because they say once you have a problem, you understand what it is. But we are all blessed with vision, and you're trying to understand how difficult it is for them without vision.
For me, I think the perception we should have is that at the end of the day, we are able to bring light to people who aren't able to see light. They are able to
Nice.
enjoy the world just the way we have, and we've been given a privilege. So we should make their future just like ours.
Beautiful, beautiful thought. Would you like to add on that, Devi?
What do I add? She has given everything. Yes, I, I would definitely say in our country, I should not use the word underprivileged, but there are people who really want our help and our shoulder to hold on. Actually, even though it's not about just material that matters, but the education is what I have seen and lacking throughout. Like for example, if I can opt out, there is a couple who is in Andhra, and father is working in an engineering college and he's a professor, and she is legally blind, that is from by birth. Her mom works in the school, and
Okay.
they are not actually was I was taking language classes for her, and they are not ready to even send the daughter online for classes.
And
So
why
I
is
just
that?
asked, I asked, but I don't want my daughter to use phone like this, and she may end up in bad
Oh,
situation or
oh.
something. I said, sir, I'm a lady. I have two daughters. I can sit, and it was around 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the night. I used to take class, but still, there are many people like that, and
Right.
I really feel privileged right now because I am able to reach nearly more than a lakh plus people who wants us to read them. Yeah.
There is a differentiation between reading magazines, reading books, and you had very clearly explained in one of your interviews what happens when you read a story, when you read a magazine, when you read an academic text, and the kind of time frame you give for each specific. I'd like to know from you, how do you decide on what kind of read and who does the read?
Okay, reading, basically we discuss with those people what kind of books they want to us to read, and they give us academic books, and they do prefer what kind of novels we should read or stories. Regarding magazines, actually, they tell us this is the magazine we want, and we sit and copy paste it because subscribing magazine we cannot download. So we sit and copy paste it, and it's after discussing with them only we decide what they want.
Right.
We don't we don't do the decision from our end.
Right. Maitri, being a youngster, and you also find a lot of youngsters who are visually impaired, how your interaction with them, or what's their response on getting the academic or the magazine or the books read for them? What's the feedback you get?
I think I should start with academic books.
Hmm.
Most of us, when we walk by the road, maybe we are just looking at billboards and things, we're able to read them. But for many, that's not possible. So
Sure.
imagine being a student and your friends sitting beside you are speaking about a book that they found really interesting, the text in their textbooks amazing, and you're not able to connect with them. You're not able
Right.
to make friends simply because you're not able to speak on the same topics as them. So, us providing even textbooks, be it in their language, be it as simple as just an English textbook, they're able to participate in class. They are able to engage in the classroom. They're able to speak with their peers, form friendships. They're able to experience the same childhood that we all who are privileged with eyesight are able to have.
Right. Right. When it comes to novels, are they able to really perceive what a person who is not visually challenged, he has written the book and his perceptions would be so different. So, are they able to grasp what the visually enabled world has written? Are they able to enjoy it the same way we enjoy it when we read?
Their perception of many things are very different.
Hmm.
The visually impaired is a spectrum. There are some who are able to see just sparks of colors, maybe a few rays of light, maybe just in sepia tones or just black and white. So each person is able to visualize it in their minds differently. Some are unable to understand the concept of colors. Some are able to understand the gradients. Some are able to understand contrasts and shadows. But the meaning, the morals, the values behind each story is understood by all.
Right, right. Devi, you're a practicing psychotherapist as well as a family counselor. Do you actually see that their world is different from ours? Is there a melting point between us and them? I'm not differentiating because of their disability or their challenge, what they're facing, but I'm saying, do you find without seeing this world, probably are they more loving? Are they more caring rather than people who have eyesight? Have you ever felt so?
Actually, I have felt so that they are more caring and lovable. Why? Because yes, you are right, they are not able to see anything. Those who are legally blind, they are not able to see, but they touch us, they feel it, and they understand what is what. Of course, they cannot differentiate colors and people's face, but they really touch and feel us. Like, how do I look? Whether one of the person who I had met at home for a lunch, he literally held my face and he was telling, "Oh, you put on weight, so you increase weight. You understood." So there
Right.
are, and I have always felt that they are more loving. Seriously, very caring.
These days, what Hidden Voice is actually looking at, I really understand that you want to provide medical aid for visually impaired. You want to give them proper facility to pursue their studies by donating their fees to send them for their daily needs, send money for daily needs. You want to start an app for audiobook for visually impaired. And a lot of your vision is very, very clear. We'd like to know how people can contribute towards this cause through Hidden Voices.
Okay, there are many. They can be a reader who will read whatever is provided by us, or they can be a checker who quality checks what reading has been done. Then they can be the admin, because I am holding a lot of groups. So one of the group they can take care of, send reminders and get stuff done, because we have children from 5.5, and we the last reader are ages 92. So, and we read around 17 languages, and there are many groups. And we also validate the PDF. Whatever PDF they send, sometimes it will be like, literally not visible, like we can't read. So you have to check whether the PDF is right, it's properly done. Then there are social media handlers. Then regarding the donation, what you are asking about, they can donate us amount, because we help in scribing, we help in their tuitions, we help in their doing their fees, their medical expense, even to their ration pani. We help them in all ends.
Right,
So
right.
anything is open for us, like whether whatever they want to do for us.
Yeah, being a non-governmental, non-profit organization and taking it forward, there will be so many difficulties or challenges you have faced. Do you feel, I mean, what's the point of motivation for you? What is that thing which keeps you going?
Empathy.
Okay, very
Just
nice.
yeah, just imagine, Chris, if you can't see, and how will the world be for you? Just
No,
empathy.
sorry to say, at times I feel that whatever is happening around me, I better not see them.
That's a valid point. I do agree to it, but still,
Yeah, very
empathy
true.
is very
Empathy,
good.
empathy is the only thing motivating. Yes, very nice. In the meanwhile, as we cross the 15-minute mark, I'd like to thank Ajita Singh, Semi, Kabir, Tangam, Fanaiki, Sugumar Najish, Varsha, Renuka, Dr. Manu, May Raju, Dr. Santosh, VH, Meenakshi, Srijesh, Professor Dr. Kalyan, Anupama, Bismi, Anu Kurian, Arpit Prabhu, Smita, Amin, and Samya Santosh. Let me also greet and welcome a few of your readers who are with us. And thank you very much for joining us on this session, because you are a part of this very noble cause and you've been contributing so well. And Hidden Voices, it's actually not hidden, it's actually heard better by the people who have a hidden world in front of them. So I would really give a big round of applause to each and every one of you who is contributing into it. And we really want to contribute via reading, because we are now slowly moving into more languages. Our training programs are working into more languages. So we'd like to contribute more readers to you and get your readers trained also. So we'd look at those aspects, and it would be a kind of joining hands with you in towards this noble cause. Let me ask Maitri, at this young age, when you're at the helm of affairs of a very noble cause, do your friends, how do they respond? I mean, do your friends feel that you're doing something odd, different, or something away from what they are doing? Or are they feeling that, yeah, you're doing something great, we want to join you? So, how is that feeling of the youngsters? Because probably me too, I'm getting old day by day. So, we'd like to get the young perspective from you.
I think the reaction is more mixed.
Mm-hmm,
I have experienced some of my friends extremely supportive, extremely, they want to join us, they want to contribute, be it their technical skills, their social media management, reading, or even volunteering to scribe in other states of India.
mm-hmm,
At the same time, there are some at the cusp of their, adulthood, who are looking into more of career growth and things, who are yet to feel that maybe NGO is not the path for me.
mm-hmm,
The path that they would like to choose is more of a remunerative approach to life.
mm-hmm,
They feel that NGOs and working with something that takes a considerable amount of time, dedication, effort is not exactly their cup of tea. So I would say it's at a 70-30% of people.
okay.
But
Let.
after COVID, most certainly there are more people who are able to see
Mm-hmm.
the different members of society and how they are coping up with life.
Very true. Devi, let me ask you at that point, being a psychotherapist, being a Hitler in getting the quality right, being at the founder of Hidden Voices, there are different roles you play. As a mother, tell me how it feels apart from all these things, apart from going into the professional side of it, or probably looking at the Hidden Voices, NGO, all that. We'd like to know the mother, the sister in you.
Oh my God, that is a difficult question in the middle of the question.
No, especially I should ask that when Maitri is here. That's why.
That was something you should have asked under the desk. Anyways, yeah. As a mother, I have two lovely daughters, and of course, sometimes feel you literally feel like whacking them up. Maitri actually helps me a lot. She helps me in chores and stuff. Megisha is not that kind of a person. She likes to bit clean up, and she's not that kind of fussy person like me. So for me, getting up in the morning and doing all the things is like rocket science.
Hmm.
I'm kind of every day I'm Albert Einstein. I don't know what will I end up doing it, and I don't know how to answer this question. I'm kind of wondering whether Maitri is going to whack me up after answering this question.
Or should I ask her?
Yeah, that will be better, Chris. Do that.
Okay, Maitri, tell me about the mother and the sister in Devi.
I think initially being a founder and a chairperson for an NGO does take a considerable amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So her time with us, her quality time with us does decrease day by day.
Mm-hmm.
And it also tends to affect us a lot simply because she talks to a lot of people. She
Mm-hmm.
needs to communicate with both the readers, the checkers, as well as the listening community.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes life does throw a lot of stress on you, and
Right.
you cannot share it with the rest of the world, so you share it with your loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, at the end of the day, my mom is doing what she wants to do. She's doing what she loves. She's able to help people, make a real difference in the world. And I think that is what matters.
Very true. And Devi, I'm sure that this answer has touched my heart as much as it has touched yours. Because a daughter talking about a mother understanding her problems, it's a pretty a rarity, I would say.
Yeah, you're right.
Again, coming back to hidden voices, I would want to share your number with everyone so that in case they want to contribute and they
Sure,
want to contact through
sure.
WhatsApp or they want to message you, they can always get in touch with you through your LinkedIn profile. But again, I would like to pass on the number 999 I repeat, 999 That's 999 That's the number to contact Devi and contribute to the welfare of the people who are visually challenged. Welcome, Ritu Saluja, and I'm very thankful to each and every one of you who is staying on. In a few minutes' time, we'll open the floor for everyone to interact with Devi and Maitri. Maitri, I want you to uh, give me the kind of books you would like to contribute to your people, the lakhs of people who are benefited. What kind of books would you like to contribute? Your point of view on that.
I'm more academically oriented. I
Hmm.
do love to read, and I would love to read not a lot more academic journals for our college students, university students, as well as postgraduate students.
Hmm.
Along with that, I would like to emphasize that we do have legal papers, case studies for our community members who do want to write their CLAT exams, who are
Hmm.
interested in different law books. So
Hmm.
reading about the constitution, taxes, all of them is really benefiting for not just us, but for the
Hmm.
listeners as well. Because when we read something, we are also gaining the knowledge.
Right,
When they are
right.
listening, they too are understanding it.
So, would you advise the students who are doing their particular studies just to have the recorder on when they are studying so that it benefits the visually challenged also, or would you want them to record separate?
I think they should record it separately. I
Okay.
think we should first read it. Before every reading session, we advise our readers to just read through it, just in your mind, go
Hmm.
through everything so that we are able to absorb it. And
Right.
then when we do read it, we're able to emphasize the points that the listener must listen to.
Hmm.
Bring notice to key words, key concepts, and
Hmm.
they will take their time, they will explain it further, there will be significant pauses in such a way that it communicates to the listener what is most important to them.
Okay, excellent. Devi, I apologize for the previous number. I give the official number of Hidden Voices. That's 871-420-4851. I repeat, 871-420-4851. That's the number you can contribute. For the benefit of everyone, I repeat it, 871-420-4851. That's the number to contact. And Devi, let me ask you, what is your personal choice of books which you want to read out to mothers who are visually challenged? Because being a mother, you would want them to know something which you want to know, or what kind of books would you suggest for your dear, what do I call them, benefactors, beneficiaries?
Okay, being a mother, I know how other mothers will be stressed out.
Hmm.
Whether you are with eyes or without eyes, that doesn't matter, but you are a mother.
Hmm.
So the last book we were reading was The Atomic Habit.
Okay.
We have read Ikigai. We have read. I love those kind of books so that it gives them some kind of idea and a platform to know where they are and how they do.
So
And I,
you would suggest some kind of self-help books for the mothers
yeah,
to handle
yes,
their stresses. Wonderful,
yes,
wonderful.
yes.
Okay,
And
okay.
also, I would love to read stories, any kind of stories.
Yeah, yeah. You sound very much a storyteller, the way you speak.
Thank you for that. I love Amar Chitrapada, Tinkle, whatever you give me, I can just sit and go on and on and on.
Oh, right, right, right. Maitri, would it would be a very silly question. Yeah, has she read stories for you?
Many. I would
Okay.
say that I'm an incredible reader and I love reading books because of her. Because
Uh-huh.
throughout my childhood, she has got all sorts of books, be it biographies, be it comics, be it your old Amar Chitra Kathas, Panchachantras, or even these specific niche books that is not available readily in the market, even those.
Very nice. I would like to open the floor and welcome all the listeners to ask questions to you. And in the meanwhile, I also want, for those who want the number again, 871-420-4851. I repeat, 871-420-4851 is the number to contribute to Hidden Voices. I thank the newly joined person, yeah, Bhagya. Thank you very much for joining. And now it's open for all. You can raise your hands, your virtual hands, and talk with Devi and Maitri Rajiv, the people behind Hidden Voices, the director and founder of Hidden Voices, who are helping the visually challenged to get to the kind of books they need to, uh, should I say, read or should I say, understand. So it's a very touching feeling that you're giving vision to those people who really are challenged with a vision. It's a very noble cause, and I really wish you all the best. And I hope people come forward with all the kind of help that you need, be it the monetary help for getting them gadgets, getting them the new apps for reading, and also from our side, Kabir and me, we had a chat and we want to contribute more hours of reading so that you get new languages from other parts of the world and we get to read those stories for those people who want to really know what is in the world of words. And the floor is now open to all. Welcome Farhat Sultana, and I welcome all those people to come forward, raise their hands, and ask questions. And as that comes in, let me ask Devi, being a family counselor, what's the current state we are going through our society post COVID and pre COVID?
Okay. Actually, very stressed,
Hmm.
and they are always fast. Like they want to achieve everything,
Hmm.
and uh, and they are literally sitting on the gadget. And I mean, the kids are with the gadget, and you not just kids, everyone are with the gadget, and the family time is going off because of the gadget. One of my
Hmm.
friend's son tried to commit suicide because his mother took the gadget away from him.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah, and another friend of mine actually literally came out with a cut on her hand, stating that her mother is not giving the gadget, and she flicked the gadget, and she kept it for a longer period, and I had to intervene and get it out. So there are a lot of things like that which is actually affecting me. And even though my kids do they sit with the gadget and they stress me out, and I literally yell at them. The only thing which I see nowadays, they are getting carried away by the virtual thingy a lot. Books are books, whatever said and done. When you touch a book and feel that book, it's different.
Right, right.
Nowadays
I,
PDF.
I've even felt that the smell of a fresh book or an old book, that itself gives you a different kind of feeling.
Yes, yeah, but nowadays PDF and all those digital books, it's
It's
the
taking away
smell.
the
Yeah,
real love behind the books.
thank you for putting the words. Yes.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. Maitri, I want to refer to one particular movie. It's called Ship of Theseus. It's by Anand Gandhi. And that portrays a photographer who is completely visually impaired. And that photographer is from Mumbai. And they actually print in braille what they have shot, and they touch and feel and understand how the photographer is. And such kind of a advancement also I have seen in one of the movies, and real life also such a person exists, and that's what I get to know from Anand Gandhi, the director himself. So what's your take on the next step of Hidden Voices? Is it from the books to another level, or is it towards some other kind of help? What would be your vision as a director of Hidden Voices?
I would like to reach out to more listeners, reach
Hmm.
out to more people, not just people who are visually impaired, but those who have symptoms of visual impairment due to other diseases, be it temporary or permanent, as well as reaching out and increasing our volunteer network,
Hmm.
trying to get in more students, build that culture of reading, helping others. I believe that as society is progressing, our willingness to become a social community helper is reducing. Everyone seems to be running after their goals, running after their personal achievements, that we are forgetting to help those who truly require it.
Very true, very true. Thank you very much. And thank you for joining on the Just Seriously Voicing Thoughts with Kriss Venugopal. That's me. I welcome Soumya Santosh, who is the academic head for PKD School, Erode, Pollachi. Welcome, Soumya.
Yeah. Hi. It's really you're doing fantastic work. Actually, I'm an audiobook lover. So audiobooks have actually made my life also easy because I've read a lot of books that way. I've heard. So for the this accessibility for visually impaired people, like this audiobook is really, I mean, it's really so good for them. So thank you so much, and you're doing it. What to say as a non-profit work. So great, great, great. Hats off to you. So just want to tell that keep doing good work, and you are really inspiring all of us. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Soumya. And indeed, it's a pleasure to congratulate people behind such a noble cause. And Ajita Singh has joined us, who is a narrator at the NGO. Ajita, you're welcome to share your thoughts or
Hi,
questions.
good evening. Thank you, Mr. Krish. And indeed, this is my first time I heard about hidden voices, and really, I'm excited to be a volunteer in this organization. And just I am outside India, so like, how can I contribute? Like as a remote, like from remote, I want to know more about this.
Yeah, I think Devi is the right person to answer that question.
Yeah, hi Ajita. Thanks a lot, Soumya and Ajita. And you can contribute anywhere in the world, whether you are out abroad or whether anywhere in the world. It's just that you have to sit at home peacefully with no extra sound, even the fan sound. You need to just record the portion being given to you and upload it in the drive link which we provide in the given time.
Okay. Thank you so much. I would like to join as soon as possible.
Always welcome, always.
Yeah, thank you, Ajita. And now it's over to Kabir. Uh, Kabir is a person who mentors a lot of people, upscaling their startups and taking them to a different height. So, Kabir, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Dr. Chris, and a great story and great inspiration, Devi. And like, I would like to ask about the scalability. Like, how many languages do you dream, or how many languages, not dream, but, do you want to reach in a specific time? We would like to know.
Yeah, we are reading around 17 languages, which has complete in South Indian languages, and of course Marathi, Gujarati, Bengali. then of course Hindi, then Sanskrit, Maithili, and we do on request we do Urdu, Arabic, Spanish, French. And as you asked, like the time when I provide a book, like for example UPSC book, we give the book that is which goes according to PDF numbers, not page numbers. We ask them to do PDF numbers, then we give a readers list, like for example Ajita has to read so and so, or Maitri has to read from so and so. That minimum will be 5 pages. Okay, so and you will get 7 days plus of a week to read and upload. Did I answer your query?
Since we have many different roles that you can volunteer, it need not necessarily be a reading role. You can also choose to be a quality checker. That means you listen to the audio files read by other readers and just check whether the audio is matching the PDF given. Each reader would be allotted maybe a single chapter, which would go from maybe 5 to 10 pages. So, a maximum of 15 to 20-minute reading per chapter would be there. You can also volunteer your technical skills, be it website designing, be it administration, managing readers and volunteers, or even helping us with our financial goals to help allocate any resources that we get into different people who require it. I
Yeah,
hope that answers the question.
yeah, thank you very much, Kabir. And I welcome Joshua Lee, Hari Prasad, and Sumita Rehman to Just Seriously. Uh, you can ask questions, share your thoughts by raising your virtual hand. That's what you can do. Yes, we have Fanaki Andrea. She's a habit coach and from Madagascar. Fanaki, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kriss, and so happy to be part of this panel. I just want to say that it's really inspiring. Your initiative, Maitri and Devi, is really inspiring. I know that one book can change a life. So what you're doing is not only changing lives, but changing lives of a lot of people. And I really wish you success in your endeavor because I am sure there are a lot of people that were just waiting for that. And you're doing it like freely without asking anything in returns. And that's really amazing. It's really inspiring. And as Ajita, I would like to contribute as well. Maybe I will be reading, but I will see. Surely we'll get in touch. And one question before I leave. Did you already encounter the challenge of copyright of books or something like that? And in case it happens, how did you overcome it?
I would like to hear the question again. I didn't follow the question.
Yeah, so about the copyright, did you encounter the problem of having copyright or not, or did it already happen?
Regarding the copyright, Supreme Court of India has given us the permit, not just us, to any readers for visually impaired we are doing, we can actually read from the public platform, not from the hard copy of the book. We can get the books from the public domain, download it and read it. But we are not supposed to take the hard copy and read it. And even if we do that, we are supposed to delete the audios after uploading. We are not supposed to keep the audios with us. And I am the only one who is in the group where our visually friends are. I'm only one who is with the site, and I can only be in the group as an admin. So whatever interaction happens and whatever upload happens, I immediately come and tell out to my readers, please delete. We are not supposed to hold on. So the copyright issue doesn't fall.
All right. Yes, that's totally clear, and I can see that it's fully organized. And thank you so much for this initiative again one more time. And really admire both of you, your dedication, your stories. It's really wonderful. So thank you so much.
I'm really blessed. I mean, of course, we are really blessed. Thanks a lot, Faneki.
Yes, Anu, the floor is all yours. Anu, can you hear me? Is that, I think, is she facing a technical glitch? Or if you can hear me, you can share your thoughts or ask
Yeah.
questions to Devi. Yeah,
Hi. Thank you, Dr. Chris.
you're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be on the same platform as the two of you. It's like having a family chat because I happen to be part of both families and I find a lot of familiar names here who are like me. Um, I'm part of Hidden Voices as part of Dr. Chris's group now through Hidden Voices. Thank you. Uh, it's been a very happy journey with Devi. She does give us um, a call out at times for work that lags, but it's been a very happy, fulfilling journey. And so has it been with you also, Dr. Chris, with your trainers too. It's been a joy ride. Thank you so much. And today, this session gives me so much of pleasure to be part of. And Maitri, a big hug to you. Devi probably knows how we feel about her. It's more of respect uh, than love. Uh, there's definitely love, but it's more of respect. But a big hug to you, Maitri. I'm so touched by what you said about your mother. I'm also so moved by the sort of work you're doing at such a young age. Big hats off to both of you. uh, May the organization get a lot more readers, a lot more checkers, people who can help out. May it go a long way. God bless you for the work that you're doing. And thank you, Dr. Chris, for giving us this opportunity. Truly, it feels like a family chat. So, thank you.
Always welcome, and thank you for your comments. And now I welcome Farad Sultana, the Learning and Development Specialist. Farad, the stage is all yours.
Thank you. This is the first time I'm speaking on LinkedIn. Thank you so much, first of all, Kabir and Chris, to invite me on this session. Okay, so yeah, and it is amazing to hear the contribution of Maitri. Wow, it's like really. Uh, I would definitely love to be a part of your team to help you to support you in any way which I could. I'm a passionate speaker. I am very active Toastmaster member, and I love reading as well. I love doing voiceovers. So please do not hesitate to let me know in the way I could. I would be more than happy to help you. And I wanted to ask you one question, just out of curiosity. What kind of books do we get to read? Are there any specific kind of books do we can choose, or there is a variety on like maybe personality development, or what is it? If you can throw some light on the variety of books, it would be helpful to know.
Okay, regarding the books, we read what they ask or what they demand for. Basically, we get a lot of UPSC and law books and school books and novels. We do get, of course, Shashitaru's and a lot of classics we do get, and it's only as they ask us and we read. We never intend or we never say what they want or what they should hear out.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
You're welcome, Farad. And it's indeed a pleasure to talk about the good things in life. And Devi and Maitri, you have proved that a little effort from a few people's side can really change the lives of 1 million people. And we would also like to be a part of it. Thank you very much, all those people who have joined in new and all those who are staying back. In the meanwhile, Maitri, do you really feel that a person who is a youngster, like we have students also who have joined, like Mustafa Amin is a student, and we have other students who have joined us. And from the student side, what more can they contribute other than, say, monetary side or the reading side? What more can they contribute as being students as such?
I think as students, we have the benefit of seeing things with a different light. We are able to get new perspectives, new ideas. We are extremely creative with almost everything. I think
Right.
students themselves can come up with visions and ideas that we wouldn't have even thought of. And being students, that also means that we are creating the culture for our juniors.
Right, right. Very, very true. Yeah, I welcome Professor Dr. Manu Rathi, dentistry educator, researcher, and a prosthodontist. I welcome you to Just Seriously.
Good evening, Chris, and everybody present today. Compliments to Dr. Chris and Devi for organizing this meeting. And I'm happy to serve Hidden Voices. Uh, Devi, if I may have a question to you, how do you have the library, or what is the data source of all these audio resources? And how can I, if somebody wants, I want to recommend some visually challenged person, how can they have the access to this audio bank?
Hi. So, Doctor, is basically we uploaded in the Google Drive, and the Drive link has been, has been saved with me in a group, and we do send it in Telegram as well as WhatsApp, where from an institute, to be, for example, if NAB, they will give two numbers where, whom I can add to the group, and I will be sending that link to them, those links to them, and they will be circulating among their group. Understood. So we have around 500 to 600 people from different institute, schools, and colleges, representing all visual impaired friends, and they are in WhatsApp as well as Telegram, and the books are uploaded in the cloud.
Okay. So what I understand is either through WhatsApp or Telegram is the mode through which they can access this data.
Yes, that's the only way right now we can afford.
Right, right. Thank you so very much, and compliments again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Manu Rathi, and I welcome Ashwati Hariprasad, who has joined us now. Uh, to move forward, I would like to really um, request everyone who is actually listening to the Just Seriously Voicing Thoughts, and also those who would be listening to the recorded version. I would like to really give out the idea what Devi has for the future for Hidden Voices, because she wants to really come on as a help for the visually challenged, providing medical aid for visually impaired to give them proper facility to pursue their studies by donating their fees, to send money for underprivileged friends to get their daily needs, to start an app for audiobooks for visually impaired for free, to get better software and recording gadgets to record in home studio for them, to help them to get independent in their life, providing small scale businesses to help them for their genuine needs. And all that you can do by being a hearty provider, a person who can really have a heart for those people who really need that help right now. So the floor is always open. If you have a question, if you have any thoughts to share, you can raise your virtual hand, and yes, I can bring you onto the stage, and we are always happy to voice thoughts across for such a noble cause. Maitri, I want to get your perspective of a present day. Like I asked Devi about the family counseling part and how the family is. What do you think about the youngsters these days? What is happening to them?
I think post COVID for most youngsters is that we spent maybe a significant portion of our academic lives, our student lives at home. So our socializing skills really took a trample, and we all had to depend on our gadgets to stay in touch with our friends and teachers, professors, and things. And the sad part is that we haven't come out of it truly because we just stayed back in those times. We're unable to reconnect with people, we're unable to talk as freely as we used to. I feel like we are slowly getting there, but as a young student community, the COVID times did affect us a lot.
Devi, as a mother, as a counselor, as a psychotherapist, what would be the advice for people who are really into such a kind of situation? As Maitri rightly said, the present generation is going through a period of turmoil. So, what would be your advice to those people?
Basically, it is speak out. If you can't speak out, be with somebody whom you're comfortable with. Do something what you like. I do understand that children are going through all those kind of stress and stuff, but until unless they whatever we say and done, they need to decide what they want in their life. I can just tell them this is right. The way you go, whether it is right or wrong, it is a perception. There are no right or no wrong. In, whatever we do, we should do in such a way that we are not hurting anybody or we are not doing anything wrong. So, as Maitri said, they are anti-social kind of thing. What is they are becoming? Parents got to get involved. Parents got to talk to those children. You need to build up the values. You need to make them no, sorry, not to you. Build up values. You know, make them understand what is what. Other than I don't think so. We have any specific solution for all those things until unless you decide what you want with your life.
Uh, well taken, the point well noted, and I'm sure every person needs a kind of support, a kind of person who really is listening to the voice of the person who is actually affected. And that's not just with the youngsters. Post COVID, I think the amount of people who are suffering from depression is becoming more and more. And such acts of kindness, philanthropy, and mercy, all those can really boost the serotonin levels and somehow get to that happiness which we really can cherish in our minds for a very long time. In the meanwhile, I would like to thank everyone who has joined. We had Arpit Prabhu and all those people who have been staying beginning. Thank you very much for all those who came onto the stage and share their thoughts. Your parting notes, Devi, because we are almost about 7 minutes away from the closing of the session. Your parting notes about our chat today, just seriously.
What do I say? Thanks a lot for giving us this opportunity to speak out. Thanks a lot. There is nothing else to say. I'm honored.
We are really honored to have you on stage. And Maitri, your parting notes, please.
I'm extremely grateful. I'm extremely thankful for being here. It's quite rare that small NGOs, upcoming NGOs, do get such a big platform to speak with readers, to speak with people, general public, and sharing our thoughts, sharing our ideas is truly a wonderful experience.
Yeah, really, words come from the bottom of my heart to thank you for doing such a great work to each and every person who is visually challenged. Every person, sometimes we lose vision of what we are doing, but there are a whole set of people who are visually impaired and you are showing light to them. It's a great work. I repeat, the official number to contact Hidden Voices is 87142 I repeat, 87142 That's 87142 So, in case you want to contribute, you want to contact Hidden Voices and contribute to what they are doing as a reader, as a person who can provide financial support and any other kind of support which this noble cause needs, I'm sure you would come forward and contact this number and Devi will be there. Though I started calling her Hitler, I would really say Hitler with a heart of Mother Teresa. Is that what I should say?
I don't know, Chris. You're putting it way too high a platform for me. Oh my God, please. I'm just me.
Right. And I would like to ask if anybody has any parting notes to share. Kabir, how about you?
All the wishes for Devi and with Effie, and like we are setting up a goal to venture out or support hidden voices. That is, this year we are keeping a target of 1 million hours from the students of Dr. Chris on voice. Uh, that can be made here, right, Dr. Chris?
That's for sure. That's from our side. We can give
That's
you
from
1
our
million
side.
hours.
1 million hours. And we are targeting around 100 languages. So we'll start with, currently we have 20 languages with us. So we'll be adding 100 languages. It will be, few will be dialects also. So hope, now we'll have to sit together and we'll have to plan. I think most of the students are here, and this is one goal which we are planning for the next 1 year from our side.
Thank you very much, Kabir. Now we have May Raju who has raised her hands. Yes, the floor is all yours.
Good afternoon. It's 6:56 here in South Africa. Uh, Dr. Chris, you are doing an
Yes.
amazing work
Thank you very
by,
much.
exposing people like Devi and Maitri, who is doing such an amazing work in the community. And this has inspired me tremendously. And, you can see from the, the answers that it comes from their heart, because that is truly what matters when it comes from the heart. I am in South Africa. I was born here, Indian South African, and so we had different challenges here in South Africa. I have also had I did. Oh, sorry. Let me start again. I wrote a short book, a 36-page book on the most valuable asset on earth, because I was so serious, from a child being raised by an amazing dad like mine, that a child and a youth are a country's most valuable asset on earth. And every religion proves it, that God has used children to do his profound work, right? And so I was raised in that way, and I knew it, and I mentored children my whole life. And then I realized, listen, I'm only touching a few people's lives. Let me write the short book with proof of why I say the most valuable asset is not your gold and diamonds and oil. It is actually your children and youth, and how governments and parents and religious leaders can actually invest in them. And listening to Devi and Maitri give their life to, just one aspect of children and youth is straightforwardly God's work. Because God tells you in all religion, you harm a child, you abuse a child, you are directly harming God, absolutely directly. So, we cannot leave out any child from being developed and to their full potential. And so, Devi and Maitri, wow, you have taught me. You have taught me so much about, you know, another world out there of children, and I'm going to actually check what's going on in our country with that, visually impaired children and people. Women are also involved there, because the women raise the world, right? And yeah, so my nonprofit is Shine Bright Women and Youth. So thank you so much for this invite and education. Thank you so much, sir.
You're always welcome, May Raju. And just seriously voicing thoughts every Thursday night, 9:30 IST, 8 p.m. UAE time. That's when we will come up with new topics. And today, some of the portions, what we have talked about, I'm sure it's going to remain in every person's mind forever. I really thank from the bottom of my heart, Devi and Maitri, for joining us. And I thank each and everyone who has joined and been there with us all the while. And really appreciate the kind of work you're doing, and I hope you get all the facilities, all the benefits, and all the help that you require to reach out to a whole world of people who see through your words. And way to contact Hidden Voices, the number once again, it's 871-420-4851, 871-420-4851. That's the Indian number which you need to contact on WhatsApp. And thank you very much, Maitri and Devi.
Thanks a lot, Chris, for having us here today. And thanks to everyone here. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Dr. Kriss, for inviting us for the session.
The pleasure is always mine. So that was Just Seriously Voicing Thoughts with me, Kriss Venugopal, and we had Devi Krishna and Maitri Rajdev, the founder and director of Hidden Voices, a mother and daughter, par excellence and exemplary work done by both of you. We'll see you on a next edition of Just Seriously next Thursday, 9:30 p.m. IST and 8 p.m. UA time. Thank you very much. Good night all.